Today's stage saw a little bit of everything. Starting on a sandy, rocky track, the terrain changed dramatically as the teams headed ever south. The fast tracks had few reference points, making it a tricky job for the navigators. Sandy descents and a very fast finish rounded off 2019's longest stage. On the cards today, 492 kilometres of time staged between Ouad Dra Assa and Fort Chakal. It was a long, hot and difficult day in southern Morocco for those on two wheels. Domenico Cipollone took a crashing fall. He lost his fairing and hurt his ribs in the process, but plans to continue tomorrow. Ninth yesterday, Philippe Cavelius continues to improve in the standings. The dental technician found himself in the top 5 in 5th position in a total time of 6 hours, 1 minute and 59 seconds. 13 minutes behind one of the regular leaders, Martin Benko. The Slovak's consistency brought him in 4th today, despite getting lost for a while out on the course. Martin Benko spent most of his day riding beside this man, the Norwegian Felix Jensen. He finished 4th overall last year and is looking forward to the sands of Mauritania, where he feels more at ease than on the fast tracks of Morocco.
Nice. Maybe top 5 today, but that's unbelievable. It's really fun.
Indeed you were, Felix. 3rd, in fact, only 22 minutes behind Alessandro Botturi. The Italian was tired after riding at times at speeds of 170 kilometres an hour. He's the king of navigation and he led Olav Alsater to the finish. He knows he has to work hard in Morocco to stay high in the GC. It's difficult to make a difference here. If you leave first, you have to make the tracks. So it's difficult to win back minutes. I've tried since stage 1 to make a gap in the GC. I have a little bit of an advance, but that will probably change in Mauritania, because when Paul opens the piste, it will be a disadvantage for him. However, for the moment, Paul Anders Olav Alsater is managing his race perfectly by staying close to the Italian in the GC. In fact, just over 5 minutes. This evening the Norwegian was pleased with his race because by this time last year he was out of the running.
Today he did almost all the navigation. It was a fantastic ride, but very, very difficult in the end. In the end there is complete flat, small roads everywhere, and if you're a little bit out, it's hard to come back on the right road.
The results for today look like this. A second stage victory for Olav Alsater with 1 minute 59 seconds over Alessandro Botturi. Of note, there are 2 Frenchmen in the top 6 with Cavelius and Vidal 5th and 6th. In the GC, Botturi keeps his lead but with only 5 minutes and 8 seconds from Olav Alsater. Nothing in it at all. Simone Agazzi lost a lot of time today but still holds 3rd place in front of Benko, Jensen and Cavelius. When you take on a rally raid, you don't do it for the comfort. Nothing is certain and every day is an adventure. The AfricaEcoRace is a formidable challenge and is perfect for quenching a driver's desire to test him or herself. Some drivers decide to test themselves on board an SSV. These little speed demons are light, manoeuvrable and fun to drive, especially in the dunes. The French-Senegalese driver Jean-Hugues Monéron, last year's SSV winner, wouldn't change places with anyone. He loves his SSV. It's reliable because it's so light. It goes everywhere. In the dunes we no need to zigzag. We just go straight to the top of the dune and drive over the top. Well, to a point. It climbs like a spider on a wall. But can anyone really pilot an SSV in the AfricaEcoRace? Of course. And it's a good compromise. It's about 3 or 4 times less expensive than the buggies who are just ahead of us. The SSV is affordable for anyone, honestly, especially bikers. It really feels the same. I was a biker for 40 years. I did 2 Dakars and 4 Africa races on a bike. When I'm in an SSV, we put on sunglasses. Like everyone else, we put on a helmet and we go. We drift. It's like being on a bike. I love it. I'm always having fun, having a blast. I don't notice the time passing, and when I'm finished, I'm happy. We have the same as the cars and the bikes. We have an Iritrack, a GPS, a cap repeater and a trip meter. Honestly, it's not unpleasant. It's not difficult. Fortunately, I have a co-pilot who's just as important as me. For me, it's all about the SSVs. I have a biker spirit. With the Optimus buggies, you have to go up to the big car category. SSV reminds me of motorbikes. Especially as I get older, the SSV is ideal. If the AfricaEcoRace only had SSVs, honestly, it would be amazing. Today proved a little bit tricky for Jean-Luc Monneron, and the first SSV went to Jean-Luc Pisson-Cicaldi. His Can-Am finished 18th overall, 5 places higher than yesterday. In the Netherlands, rally trucks are a big thing. Quite literally. They have loads of fans. They were back here last year, continuing the great Dutch tradition of racing trucks in Africa. This year, there are 3 of them on the Monaco Dakar, attempting to follow in the winning footsteps of Jan de Rooij. Ad van Velsen and his Ginaf came in 15th overall and 4th in the trucks. Igor Bouwens of Belgium topped that category for the 2nd day in a row and had a great time playing with the buggies. It went well. We didn't stop. That's 3 wins out of 4. We didn't change any tyres, it was perfect. A really great stage. We played a lot with the buggies. From the beginning we caught 2 of them. Then there were a lot of them in a row and it was difficult to overtake them. Dominic Cusio won't forget this day in a hurry. He missed seeing a danger level 2 and his Optimus took off. He landed upright after full 4 rolls. He got more of a fright than anything else, but was serious enough for them to be checked out by the medics. He plans to be back at the wheel tomorrow. This man is also keen to be back at his wheel tomorrow. Jean-Pierre Strugo seemed more at ease today than yesterday. He likes the pistes in southern Morocco as they are more rolling. At speeds over 190 kilometers an hour, he took 3rd place. 47 seconds behind David Gerard. After a delay of an hour yesterday, he left 11th place this morning. He crossed the line 3rd, taking 2nd place. His tactic was to stay careful and claw his way back to the leaders. It didn't seem possible this morning. We had so many people to pass. The car worked well today. We didn't stop. We had 1 puncture. And then those we had overtaken were very good sports. They let us pass again like true gentlemen. So it went very well. Very happy with the result. What can we say about how happy Dominique Laure is? He is close to the record number of consecutive stage wins on the AfricaEcoRace set by Jean-Louis Schlesser. This was his 4th. 4 wins in 4 days and no apprehension about what is to follow. No worries there. If you remember, last year we won the 10th stage, which was the hardest in the sand. That gave us an enormous confidence. When we had 28 kilometers of dunes the other day, it was great. A really good rhythm, no stress. We didn't hesitate for a minute, we just battered straight through. Today's car truck results are as follows. A fourth consecutive win for Dominique Laure ahead of David Gerard and Jean-Pierre Strugot. Fourth place went to Yves Froment and Igor Bowen's truck came in fifth. In the GC, Dominique Laure widened the gap to Strugot and is now 19 minutes ahead. Tomacek remains first truck in 7th place. That's all for today. Tomorrow we are on to the last stage before rest day. 419 kilometres of timed stage from Wed Hamra to Jerifa, and then on to Dakla for a well-earned day off for the drivers, co-pilots and riders. Until then, here are the best shots of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.